Welcome to the Just Us Sisters podcast. Life doesn't come with a manual, so we made a podcast. Pull up a chair and join us.
Hi, I'm your host, Susan Allen, and we are in the launch of our first podcast, Just Us Sisters. So I want to introduce them to you real quickly. Cheryl is number 2, Shelly number 3, and number 4, last but not the least, our baby Stacy. I'm so glad to see all y'all today. Before we get started, can y'all believe this is happening? This is crazy to me. A podcast. Would you have thought a year ago we would be doing a podcast? Not me. Y'all may have thought, but I would not have thought. So, do we have all of our techie stuff done? I know we were having technical issues before we got started. You know, that's just life. We have difficulties, and it's just part of the messy part of life.
Yeah.
You look good with makeup on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm impressed. So how has y'all's week gone? I know it's been a crazy day today. How's your week, real quick?
Mine's been nuts. And I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Absolutely. We all love the weekends.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk real quick. Why a podcast? Well, we all said because life doesn't come with a manual. So we are creating a podcast. We're doing a podcast. So why? Why is this so important to you guys? I know what my why is, but I know it's different than yours. But I think y'all probably were waiting for me to get on board to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm the slowpoke. I'm the one that has to think it out and think it through. But my why for this was, first of all, the why not was I didn't think I had anything in life that was really something people would want to hear about and want to know about, right?
Right.
Until we all went on that sisters weekend. And when we went on that sisters weekend and went to the little hotel to sit around the fire pit, we were going to listen to music. And this cute little couple was sitting right over there. And they just said, come on over here and have a seat. And so we kind of just nudged in, and come to find out it was their first date, right? And I'm thinking, oh my, that poor couple. They have 4 moms sitting around them. And, but we did get to talking, and as we shared our life and they shared they shared theirs, y'all shared yours, we realized that we had some things in common. They had questions about life, about family, about marriage, about work. And so, man, as we just sat there and bounced answers off to them and just shared our lives with them, I realized maybe we do have something to share. And then when Allie said, y'all should do a podcast, I was like, what? y'all were probably going, finally.
Yeah, we were already all in.
Yeah. Well, let's hear from Allie real quick. Well, we have a short video from her.
I was asked to speak about my experience with the sisters, and I figured I would write it down instead because I seem to be a better writer than a speaker, ironic coming from someone who teaches and does not write. I was in Galveston months ago on a date, and it was a cold night. In a little hotel bar on the beach, my date and I huddled around a small fire and listened to a man play guitar. Pretty soon we were joined by 4 lovely ladies who sat beside us, huddled around the fire, and we began talking. They shared stories of their lives, and I shared mine. We commiserated through the stress of being teachers. I asked about their children and grandchildren. The conversation stretched into the night, and it felt as if I was talking to old friends. It's heartwarming to think back to it. A group of perfect strangers bent forward in conversation in the middle of a hotel bar, the cold, misty night stretching out around us, the ocean waves churning just across the street. Loves come and go, especially dating at a young age. I don't speak with Jake anymore, but I think back to that night often. and the thought that strikes me the most is this: there is a special sort of bond between women, something deep and beyond comprehension, much like the swell of the ocean just out of reach outside the motel walls. I was a guest in these ladies' circle, and they made me feel like a sister. Each shared their own stories, uniquely different but tied together with a common thread of sisterhood. These women that had journeyed through life not on their own, but with the hands of each other holding them up. These four sisters that were not only a lamplight for each other, but for those that were lucky enough to witness their love for each other. I feel very thankful to have met them that night, and it gives me hope that I can have even a fraction of the bond that they have with my sister, my friends, and with the women around me. I'm so excited that by sharing their stories, they will be another lamplight for those lucky enough to listen.
Well, I can say Cheryl and Stacy and I started a company called Three Twisted Sisters. Susan never wanted to be a part of our shenanigans, so she says she wasn't twisted enough, but there you go. We started talking about doing a podcast a little while ago, but we wanted it to be the four of us, and we never thought that Susan would get on board. And then, as she explained to you, that was kind of the springboard, and we were like, yes. And I mean, that was in December, and here we are in February starting a podcast.
I think we have a lot of family. We have a lot of family, but we have a lot of things that have happened in our family. We come from different perspectives and personalities and gifts that really God's given us in order to share, not to keep to ourselves. And so I really am looking forward to doing this. I know that it was their first date, and the more they talked and asked, the more we were excited to be a part of their conversation.
Probably a little
Yeah.
more excited than they were for us to be a part of it. So
Yeah. I'm sad because we don't get to be the bridesmaids since they
I
broke up.
know.
Yeah, I know. We broke it up, I think.
Yeah, before it could
He
even
probably
start.
got scared.
Yeah.
So, my why is, like Shelley said, we've been talking about this for a while, and there's so much that we can share and learn as well. We have kids, we have grandkids, we've been through great times in marriages, we've been through tough times in our marriages, and we can share those experiences, how we got through that. But really, I'm just a girl who fights self-esteem issues and confidence issues at times, and deal with ADHD. How do we do all of that? And it's exciting to think that we can share it and also learn from others.
Mhm.
And as far as things that we've gone through with our families, Casey and I lost a son, and we've gone through the grieving process. It's never ending, but the waves come further and further apart. And if somebody's going through that, I want to be able to share what has helped me and our family. So much to go through and just share experiences.
Well, my why is because I love my sisters so much, and we're all so different. But I think that's why I love them so much. They all have something different to bring to the table, and I think that we've all gone through um, a lot of ups and quite a few downs too. And I just think that this could be a way that we could help others that have gone through divorce. I'm the only one in this group that's been through a divorce. So, I mean, it wasn't hunky dory, but made it through on the other side. And I just want to be able to encourage people that have been going through that. And another thing is I love building relationships. And I can see that we're going to build our relationship with each other. I mean, sure, we're going to get into some knockdown, drag out arguments. But one thing that we were taught early is that you get over those and move on. You don't hold grudges. And hopefully along the way, we'll be able to build some relationships with y'all in the process.
Hey, if they're lucky, they may even see one of those knockdown dragouts on the podcast.
It could get ugly.
It could get ugly. It could get messy, but that's okay. We're going to try to keep it real, right? And I think that a part of being real is letting people see life's either mess ups, whether it's addictions, um, or things that are going on in families that maybe y'all can relate to. And as far as family goes, I feel like our family is pretty diverse. We have how many of us? Well, we're all 59 weren't there at
51 were at Christmas.
so we had 51 at Christmas and 59 altogether. So we take that be fruitful and multiply really serious. We all come from different parts of Texas and we've raised our kids even differently. And so I think that it will be a neat time for us just to share, um, you know, about our families. And so with that being said, let's talk about our families real quick. Um, I'm I'm the mom of 4 and the grandmother of 14. So that kind of starts us off in a lot of people, loud bunch of people. So
I'm a mom of 6 boys, all grown, all have children of their own. So I'm a Kiki to 14.
oh yeah, I'm a yaya. I forgot to say that. I'm a yaya.
I want to
Lance,
break
no.
in because I've got to mention my kids because they'll kill me if I don't. So I just want to say I have a daughter named Sandy, and she is married to her high school sweetheart, Jacob. And by the way, he is the only one in the world that can handle her too. And then I've got John Mark, and he is the most adventurous person in the world. And he's so adventurous, we don't even know where he is right now. And then my third kid is Michaela, and she's 25 and she's a teacher and a coach. And like Cherokee, she's single, ready to mingle. You better take that part out, Shelley.
Hey, I got you beat, Cheryl. Caleb and his wife were kindergarten sweethearts.
Oh, that's right. Gulfway Baptist.
Gulfway Baptist School. Yep. Kindergarten
I remember
sweetheart.
that.
He came home and said, I want to marry Angie. And I said, no, mommy's the only one that you need to love. And I was trying to get him away from that idea of a girlfriend, but he stayed with it. So
That is awesome.
yeah.
And we love her so much.
Cheryl, what did they call you?
Jamie.
Amy. Is that because you like to wear
I
pajamas?
like to jam the basketball.
Oh, those kind
Okay,
of
that makes
jammies.
more sense.
And they do too.
And they do too? Are they good at it?
Oh yeah, they're very good.
What are their ages? The grandsons?
Cody's 22, Mason's 20, and Hayden's 18, and they're all in college at Texas State.
Oh, that's so cool. That's exciting. I know that they love their jammy.
No grandkids for me. I have a 25-year-old that hasn't quite found the one yet, but she's absolutely living her best life, and this mama's heart is happy.
She is. And we love going to the national parks with her. She is a hiker, an adventurer. She gave us a t-shirt, no bad parts, just bad knees. Which is so true.
That is so true.
Well, we'll be talking about those kids and grandkids more in later episodes, and we'll talk about marriage in later episodes. But real quick, I've been married I'll be 46 years this year, to my honey and best friend, Tom Allen. We met when I was at Baylor, and so you'll maybe even hear from him at some point. And um, and that's that's about it for me on my marriage.
Well, I got a second chance, and God really blessed me with my husband, John Visnick, and he's the only guy in the world that can handle me. And you can just take that however you want. And I'm blessed. And I'm like you. I hope we get to have them on. I think it'll be an added pleasure to have them.
I almost didn't get married because of Cheryl.
What?
To Tom. To Tom.
Oh, to Tom.
Because yeah, you were going to school at McLennan when I was at Baylor, and she would come over when he came into town, and I'm just like, oh my Lord.
Hey, he got to see the worst of the family, and then he ended up. We had a lot in common on our music.
Y'all sure did.
Yeah.
Y'all did. Very much so.
I got married 10 years later in age than all three of my other sisters. They say the best things come to those who wait, and he is the best thing. And he's the only person that could probably handle me. This
And
month
he's a
was
tech and he's a tech guy, which
that's
we all
true.
need.
Yes.
Yeah, he serves the tech role within the family.
Yes.
And that's
Absolutely.
absolutely necessary, especially in our family. But this month we celebrate our 28th anniversary, and I look forward to the episodes on talking about how we met and the funny story that goes with that.
Well, I've been married 35 years, and working on
35.
36. Yep, 35. I'm married to Casey. We also met in college at the University of North Texas. And he, like Cheryl, he puts up with me and he spoils me. You know, being the baby, came into the marriage spoiled, and he has continued that. So very blessed.
We have some great guys in our family, I will say. They all have their strengths, and y'all will hear more about that in a later episode too. Something else that I feel like maybe we could help relate to our listeners, and that is, what we do for a living, because we've all kind of done different things, and I feel like, there's teachers out there, and there's professionals out there, there's stay-at-home moms. We've all been there. And so we want to be able to share that too in a later episode. But real quick, I was in the teaching field for 20 years, and then went to a tech company for 5, and now I've been in real estate for 11 years. So I think I have ADD of careers. I've decided I get bored very easily. So and my next career will be retirement, but I'm got to figure out what I'm going to do before I retire, because I cannot just not do anything, right?
Right.
Cheryl probably knows more about that than anything.
Yeah, that being said, I taught school and coached for 31 years, and I loved it. I think at 9 years old, I decided that's what I want to do. I remember hanging out with Dad out on that football field and getting water and giving it to the guys, and watching how you would explain plays, and I just thought, "Oh, that's so much fun." I didn't know you had to actually teach in a classroom, but that just came with it. So I decided at 9 I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. So I looked at it as a ministry. So many times throughout the teaching career, just was able to help kids and help families, and they helped me too a lot of times. And after I retired after 31 years, I, like Susan, went into real estate. So I've been doing that for the last 12 years. So I've gotten to live a little more on the traveling side and doing things that I love while doing real estate.
Well, I probably have had the most jobs, maybe. I don't know. Susan, you might
I
be
think you
close.
have. Yes.
Okay.
I think Cheryl's has stayed the longest in hers,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
you have had the most. Yes.
Probably so. So I started in education, but on the other side, on the technical side, and was an information systems manager. So took care of all of the data and information that goes to the state from a district, how they get funded from the state. And then I went to work for a technology company, and I've been there for 21 years. I've had multiple jobs at that company and have been able to grow myself, grow professionally, and push myself out of my comfort zone over and over again. I would love to be ready to retire, not quite there yet.
Uh, but you know what? I think Shelley has the most rewarding career right now.
Yeah.
So, would y'all
Yeah.
agree?
Well,
Definitely.
work-wise, career-wise, I took a different path than I originally thought I was going to take. I mean, as a child, a young girl, I had aspirations to live in New York, work in New York, be in one of those sky rises and be an executive and this and that. And it's just funny the way life takes you a different direction. And I worked in the corporate world for a little bit, thought that maybe I missed the message that I was supposed to go into education. So I dipped into education in a private school for 1 year and quickly determined I had not missed my mark.
I remember
But it
that.
also gave me a new appreciation for all my sisters and especially our father and the contribution they have made to educating our kids. And I believe that teachers are called, and I wasn't, and that's okay
Mhm.
because the ones that are do it well. And I have so much respect for teachers and the impact that they have. Shortly after my daughter was born, we just decided that I would be a stay-at-home mom. When I told her I was going to say that, she said, "Mom, you have jobs." And I said, what I meant is I did part-time jobs mainly to help us have travel money. But for the most part, I was a stay-at-home mom. And we ended up being caretakers for my in-laws for 15 years. And what a blessing. And we'll share more about that in a Raising Parents episode. But they eventually passed on. They were older. And my husband and I are currently the caretakers for our mom and dad. And it is a joy to be able to do that.
I agree.
Thank you
I,
so
I,
much, Shelley.
I,
Angel.
I
Angel.
agree. Definitely a calling. I think
Yeah.
any job has a calling aspect to it.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
we're all from Texas,
Yep.
Texas born, Texas bred. When I die, I'll be
Texas
Texas
fed.
dead. Some of us are more Texas fed
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
but we were raised with strong values and strong opinions and even stronger ties. But some of the opinions that we differ in, it kind of happens in our sports and who we cheer for. I know we are as different can be. And sometimes it gets pretty heated depending on who's playing who around Thanksgiving and when the playoffs come around. So, I'm a Baylor Bear, but I also am a Texas Houston Texans fan and a Houston Astros. So not everyone agrees with that, and I don't care.
Well, I can tell you that I'm an Oklahoma University fan through and through, and I am still a Dallas Cowboys fan. I'm so
Really?
loyal, and
Why?
I'm still waiting because
Me
of
too.
Tom
Why?
Well, I
Landry
am too.
and Roger Staubach.
They're not there anymore.
I know, but
Why are you hanging on? Let
it's by
go.
a
Let
thread,
go.
but I'm hanging on.
I
And
know.
then I'm also a Houston Astros fan. I love that team. And I still remember Dad would say, "Hey, we're going to load up and go to 25-cent
Dollar.
hot dog day."
Yes, $1.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yep.
eaten a hot dog since then, by the way. Just so y'all know.
Oh man, we ate so many hot dogs.
Yeah.
Well,
Goodness.
I'm kind of the chameleon. We go as far back, all of us, as the Southwest Conference. My dad attended Rice, and we kind of represented almost every school. I kept an enjoyment of watching Baylor and OU. But my husband is a A&M grad, so I definitely have to cheer on the Aggies. I've kind of lost a lot of interest due to the portal, but we'll still cheer them on, and it's fun.
We had some good times, didn't we, when John too played for Baylor and Noah for OU. That was fun. But our OU goes way back even before Noah went there.
Yeah.
Goodness, I can remember in the 70s when what is it, Barry Switzer? Is that
Yeah.
who the coach was?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
We were huge Oklahoma fans then. And I'm surprised that you're still doing that, Cheryl.
But I'm the outlier, I think, because I am a Texas fan. I do like Baylor as well, so I do support them and I like to go to their games. And what an amazing stadium they have.
Oh
I
yeah.
am a Cowboys fan. I like the Texas Rangers, but I probably go see the Astros more. I don't know why, but we do go watch them play more. But love sports all around.
I do too. What's y'all's favorite sport to watch?
Football.
Oh, mine would have
Yeah.
to be football.
Football, yeah.
I'm the outlier there then. I love watching basketball. I love watching,
Really?
except junior high. I think junior high basketball will be in hell,
Yeah. I agree.
especially girls. Junior high
Yeah.
basketball. No, I love watching basketball. High school, college. What's y'all's favorite sport to play?
Well, team sport would be basketball. I used to be able to hoop it up, but now I would say pickleball.
Yeah, I'm probably talking about now. When's the
Yeah.
last time you were on the basketball court, Cheryl?
12 years ago, I could still hoop up those 7th and 8th graders.
I played pig with my grandson the other day, and I was dying on 3 letters, pig. I was like, "Oh my Lord."
Did they
So,
beat you?
yes, Griffin beat me.
Oh,
And
man.
Griffin's my 7th grade basketball player, but he beat me. I just got back from Oklahoma, and they asked me to come out and play volleyball with them out in the backyard. I broke I broke a nail and my knee. I fell over my ankle, and I thought really I broke it. I just fell back, and they were all standing over me, checking on me. So volleyball's out.
Always
So
Well, you
I
know you're old when you fall and everybody runs to you and doesn't laugh first. So that
they
is
were laughing.
kind of
They were laughing.
oh,
The
they ran up
grandkids
to
Yeah.
you
were
and
laughing.
laughed. Okay.
I think they were laughing at my yell. They said I just kind of yelled and then went backwards. So anyway, but no, I love playing tennis and pickleball. Kills my knees, but I love them.
Yeah, I like
So
tennis as well. Haven't played much pickleball. We played last summer with all the grandkids and kids when we went on vacation, but I really like to play tennis. I love to play basketball. I think it's the best workout as far as sports goes for me, and running up and down the court, but I couldn't do that today. Remember when we did our running video in Galveston on our girls' trip?
Oh
Hmm.
gosh.
I could not walk for a few days, I will say. And I wasn't even running. I was just picking up my knees, looking like I was marching.
It was like,
Goodness. We'll have to share that video with our listeners.
Oh yeah.
If you just need a good laugh, that would be a good time to
mm-mm.
watch that. So just real quick before we kind of close it off, I just kind of want to know what y'all's favorite things are. Because I may learn something here. Favorite color.
Green.
Red.
Green.
Mine's green too. Yours is red, Shelley?
Mhm.
That goes with your personality.
No.
Favorite food.
Mexican.
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 Okay. Seafood. Mine is. Favorite season.
Spring.
I'm a summer girl.
Summer.
I love spring and fall, both of them. They're equal to me. It's the beginning and, when things start to fall and die away. I just
Mhm.
love spring and fall.
I love fall. What about y'all's favorite place to be, like river, lake, mountains, beach?
Beach. I love the beach. I would live on the beach if I had a husband that wanted to live on the beach. But That's not his thing.
Beach. I'm glad I have a friend that has a beach house.
That's good.
Yeah, the beach for me as well.
See, I want the mountains. Just give me the mountains. I love to hike. I love the beauty. I love the falls. Just everything about the mountains is beautiful. And I love the fall. So I love the mountains in the fall. Well, y'all, I've enjoyed spending this time with you, and I hope our listeners have gotten a little glimpse of our lives and our why behind this podcast. It's been fun, and we're glad that you joined us. If you have any questions or topics that you would like to discuss, just throw them in there in the comments and let us know. We would love to hear from you. We want to make this podcast something that you can relate to and that will encourage you. And if you have questions, we would love to try to answer them. Not that we are professional. We are not.
No.
You will get our unprofessional opinions. Be sure and join us next week as Shelley takes the lead and guides us through just a fun and maybe informational talk on careers and what that looks like when you have a family and you're involved in a church and you have so many other things pulling at you. I'm looking forward to that. Until then, life is messy, meaningful, and better when shared. Thanks for listening. Like us.
Share.
Comment.
Subscribe.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye.